Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I'm starting off with this style with stretched hair that I've been wearing in a bun, and I'm going to separate my hair into two large sections in the front, and then the back I'm going to put back into a ponytail. I'm starting by parting with my fingers because I find it to be a little bit easier. That way if I get any knots, I can always finger detangle, and then I'll go back in with my rat tail comb to straighten out the part. I'm also going to spritz my hair with a little bit of water because I find that it gives my hair some extra slip. You can also add leave-in conditioner or regular conditioner, whatever helps you get the job done a little bit easier. Once I have separated that section, I'm then going to twist it up so that it's out of the way, and then I'll move on to the opposite side. And I'm pretty much doing the same thing. I'm parting with my fingers first and then going back with my comb. Once the section is separated, then I'm also going to twist that up just so it doesn't get mixed back up with the back section again. Now for the back section, I have a lot of hair and it's super thick, so trying to put it all back in a ponytail all in one is kind of a challenge. So I split it half up, half down. I'm going to put the back section back into a ponytail, and then I'll join the top section in with a separate scrunchie. And this helps for two reasons. One, it decreases the tension so that you're able to kind of get everything back in a ponytail without having to pull your hair too tight. And it also helps to prevent like that bump that you can kind of get in the back of your head when you have way too much hair. So this is what I'm doing now, and I'm joining the top section back together. So this is just a tip for anyone else who has super thick hair and finds it to be a challenge trying to bring it all together in one. Just separate it into two ponytails. Sometimes I'll even do three ponytails if I'm also putting the front part of my hair back. So it just makes your life so much easier. So now that the back section is secured in a way, I'm going to move on to the front section of my hair. I'm going to split it into two, and I'm going to do two chunky flat twists. So I'm repeating the same process, parting with my fingers first and then going back in with my comb to straighten the part, and then I'm going to pin the back section to the back so that it's out of the way. Now that that's secured, I'm going to move on to flat twisting. So I'm starting off by spritzing with water just to add back some moisture. I'm using my own DIY shea butter cream to moisturize the section. I find that this helps just to smooth out your hair and lay down any flyaways. It also helps to use underneath your gel so that your hair doesn't dry out as much. And it also just adds a nice shine to the hair as well. I'm also adding a small bit of gel just on my edges just to lay down any flyaways and help with the shea butter cream as well. Now that I've brushed the section back, I'm then going to start flat twisting. Again, keeping in mind that you want this flat twist to be on the looser side so that it frames your face nicely. Now, I have to say, as a perfectionist, it is very hard to do a loose flat twist because I want every hair to be in a specific place and not be too loose, but it really does create a nice effect when you do it when you twist a little bit looser. If you do end up twisting tighter than you intended, you can always go back and fluff out the section and also leave the twist out a little bit before you pin it back because then it'll fluff out on its own. Once I'm done twisting, I'm going to fluff out the twist a little bit and then pin it towards the back and move on to the back section. So I'm repeating the same process, spritzing with water, adding my shea butter cream. I'm not going to add gel to this section because I don't feel like it's necessary, but I am going to brush the section down and then proceed with flat twisting. Once that flat twist is done, I'm going to pin it back and move on to the opposite side. I'm going to kind of skip over this section because I'm going to repeat the same process, starting off by parting with my fingers, then going back with my rat tail comb to straighten out the section, spritzing with water, adding my shea butter cream, brushing the section down, and loosely flat twisting down the section. Now that I've finished with my flat twist, I'm then going to secure them to the back around the ponytail. So I'm taking the front flat twist, wrapping it above my ponytail and pinning it underneath. I'm then going to take the back flat twist, wrap it underneath my ponytail, and pin it underneath as well. basically creating the shape of an X on the side of your head. Repeating the process on the other side, so taking the front flat twist, wrapping it above your ponytail and pinning it underneath, and then taking the back flat twist, wrapping it underneath your ponytail and pinning it underneath. And you can kind of play around with it and experiment with other designs and find which ones you like best. So now I'm going back and just fluffing out my flat twist, pinning everything in place, kind of arranging them on the side how I want them so that you can see the design on the side, and just making any little adjustments. Now for the back section. So there's 3 different ways that you can style the back of your hair. You can simply wrap your hair into a bun, and this really looks nice if your hair is kind of textured, like if you just had flat twists or braids. And it's very simple and still very elegant, securing it with a hair tie and then pinning it down with pins. So as you can see, it is quick and easy. Of course, if I were going to wear this style, I would pin it down a little bit better. But you guys gonna get the idea, kind of giving you some options if you don't want to do too much to your hair. So that is option 1. Now moving on to option 2. I've taken down my bun and I'm going to start twisting the back section into medium-sized twists. I'm also focusing on making these twists more on the looser side, kind of twisting loosely throughout the twist and then twisting a little tighter towards the end to secure the twist in place. I'm spritzing with water and also adding my shea butter cream to moisturize the section. Once I've finished up twisting the whole back section, I'm going to secure the ends together using this small hair tie. I'm securing the hair tie close to the ends, but not at the very end, because as you can see, I'm going to wrap it around the ends, creating kind of a loop, and that's going to help to secure the twist in place once we pin it. So turning around to the back, I'm placing my hand underneath the twist, wrapping the twist around it and folding it under, and then pinning the twist in place, like I said, using that loop to kind of secure them underneath the ponytail. Now, the first time I did this, I felt that the twists were a little bit too loose. I wanted the twist to be wrapped a little bit tighter so they didn't hang as low on my neck. So I repeated the same process, placing my hand underneath the twist and wrapping it around, but this time wrapping it a little bit tighter and then pinning them in place. So now for accessorizing. So I really like this hair tie accessory that I have, but it's kind of hard to add it in without ruining the style. So I've learned to place a pin on both sides, and this way you can secure it in place without having to wrap it around your hair, ruining your ponytail. So I basically place it in the back of my head, hold it in place, and secure the pins on both sides, and it secures the elastic and holds it in place perfectly. So this is option 2, and personally my favorite. Next up, option 3. So I've taken the twist down and I'm basically going to wrap them in a bun similar to how I wrapped my hair in the first option and secure it in place. Again, if I were going to wear the style, I would pin it a little bit nicer. I'm also going to secure my hair accessory to show you guys how that looked, but I found that with this hair accessory, it was kind of hidden underneath the bun. So then I tried a different clip-on hair accessory, which I find went a little bit better with the bun. If your hair isn't long enough to create a nice full bun, you can always wrap Marley hair underneath and then wrap your twist on top and no one will ever know. So that is option 3. So like I said, my personal favorite is option number 2. So I went and styled my hair back in that style, and then I'm finishing off adding my gel, brushing everything down, adding gel to my edges and brushing down my baby hairs. Once I'm done brushing everything down, then I'm going to tie on my scarf and let that sit to lay my hair in place. So this is the final look, a nice, elegant hairstyle for a dinner, a night out, or a special event. So that's it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys in my next one.